day everyone, and welcome to our World Environmental Day 2026 web series. This year's global theme is Inspired by Nature for Climate, for our future, which focuses on climate action, economic restoration, and building resilience through nature-based solutions. Today we are joined by Tendani Gadisi from the International Union for Conservation of Nature, who will share valuable insights into climate change, biodiversity, and the important role nature-based solutions play in creating a more sustainable future. Thank you for joining us, Tendani.
Thank you, Nasipo, and it's a pleasure for me to form part of this important conversation.
To begin, please introduce yourself and the work that you do in the IUCN as it relates to climate change and nature-based solutions.
My name is Tendani Gadisi. I am from IUCN. I'm a young woman in the environment space. So IUCN stands for International Union for Conservation of Nature. And maybe just to give a bit of background around that, it's a union, global organization that was founded in 1948, right? Yeah, and since then it has spread out across 8 regions, operating both in Asia, Africa, America, and also the Mediterranean. Right, so it was founded with a mission to influence and encourage societies across the world to conserve nature, hence IUCN, right? And also to ensure that the use of natural resources are used equitably and also sustainably. Yes, so across the 8 regions, I'm from the Eastern and Southern African region, ISARO, and there I'm part of a donor-funded project as a project coordinator under the 7th Global Environment Facility, GEF7. So within this project, we are mainstreaming biodiversity into large-scale impacts for grazing landscapes in both Limpopo and Northern Cape. So the work that we're doing is basically mainstreaming sustainable land management practices in both these 2 landscapes that I just mentioned. And just to give a bit of background around that, within the areas, in Limpopo landscape, we are focused at Hamaji within the Fitahomutubatse local municipality under the broader Sekhukhune district municipality, and in Northern Cape we are operating in Rietfontein under ZF Ngau district municipality. So we are basically trying to upscale these communities through SLM practices, capacitate them through training needs, capacity building, giving them access to certain things, including knowledge around SLM, right? But it's more focused on sustainable livelihoods, improving and making sure that these communities become very resilient to the effects of climate change, as you mentioned. So we're talking about nature-based solutions, right? So these SLM practices that we are actually talking about are basically, what we call nature-based solutions, or part of nature-based solutions as a whole, right? Because we are using natural processes, to upscale and to uplift these communities to become resilient.
Thank you for your valuable insights. In your view, what are some of the most significant impacts that climate change has that we have observed in biodiversity and on global ecosystems?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. And maybe to begin with is to mention that the impacts of climate change is something that every one of us is experiencing. The environment is our shared home, so this information is not really reserved to climate scientists or environmental experts. So I believe that each one of us are experiencing the consequences and the harsh impacts of climate change on our daily lives, right? So I will just only highlight the significant impacts, starting off with the rising temperatures. Yeah, yeah. You would notice that with each passing summer, it feels like it gets hotter and hotter, right? But scientifically, we're talking about global temperatures rising beyond the 1.5 degrees threshold. Yeah, 1.5 sounds very small, right? But about the entire planet, that increase has serious and destructive consequences to our planet. And we're talking about prolonged droughts, unpredicted rainfall patterns, and frequent extreme weather conditions, your floods and drought events, right? And you would recall that early this year in South Africa, we experienced some floods in parts of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and also our neighboring countries, Mozambique and Zimbabwe. And 2022, you'll recall the destructive floods that happened in KZN, right? It claimed so many lives and left many homeless. So these are some of the impacts that we are actually talking about. But now coming to what that does to biodiversity and the ecosystem, let's talk about rising temperatures, right? This is heat stress directly on our land, right? So what this does then affects vegetation cover. With less vegetation, we're talking about loss of our species, plants and animals. Extinction is the word for it. That's why we are experiencing such, right? And also coming to our livelihoods, agricultural production suffers. Agricultural crop yields suffers. So people and our community members who directly, survive through agriculture then suffer. Then our livelihoods are, that's a ripple effect of that. We are suffering, right? But coming to the other hand of extreme climate events disrupts our ecosystems rapidly, unlike the other ones, drought and unpredicted rainfall patterns, right?
Yeah.
Because we are talking about the rainfall of floods wiping out our ecosystems and displacing both humans and animals very rapidly, right? So, yeah, these are some of the impacts of climate change on our ecosystems and also our livelihoods.
That's quite devastating, hey?
Very much.
Thank you for that. It is quite devastating what climate change does to our environment. Now let's go to solutions. Could you please explain what nature-based solutions are and examples of how they can help mitigate climate change?
Thank you for that. And I think we did touch a bit on the term nature-based solutions. So nature-based solutions are approaches that uses ecosystems and natural processes to tackle effects of climate change. At the same time, they support biodiversity and also livelihoods. So the big idea behind nature-based solutions is to actually work with nature itself and not against it, I guess. So some of the approaches for nature-based solutions include restoring our forests and also our wetlands, promoting sustainable agriculture, and managing our rangelands, and also supporting and managing our water systems. So nature-based solutions actually, deliver multiple benefits at the same time because it's an integrated approach. With our biodiversity and ecosystems, maybe just to give a bit of an example, when we are restoring degraded landscapes, for instance, right? Using sustainable agriculture, you are promoting fertile soil, more vegetation, right? And at the same time, that has a ripple effect into supporting community livelihoods with food production. So that's an integrated approach of nature-based solutions.
Wow, that's quite interesting. So it goes to the sustainable development aspect of things.
Yes.
The planet, the people, and they can sustain themselves. So there's a profitability there as well.
Definitely, it's an integrated approach. It covers several sectors.
As exciting as it is implementing nature-based solutions, there is nothing that goes without any challenges. What are the challenges that you have encountered when trying to implement nature-based solutions? These challenges can be anything ranging from funding, community engagement, or policies that we have in the country or the continent.
Yeah, you're very correct. Nature-based solutions also does face challenges. So we spoke about it being an integrated approach, right?
Yeah.
Involving different sectors, you know, water, energy, environment, agriculture, you name it. But in actual fact, these practices are operating in silos. They have their own strategies, they have their own policies, right? And they have their own mandates and goals, right, that they're working towards. So that's another big challenge of it. So implementing a project that is nature-based solutions based then would require more stakeholder engagement, bringing all the sectors in one room to actually achieve that goal, right? So it's more time into stakeholder engagement and getting buy-in, and also integrating nature-based solutions into development planning nationally and also locally, right? But maybe to also think about it in a different light, you know, our nations are also facing different economic challenges, and then they are then prone to invest or prioritize conventional infrastructural projects, and the nature-based solutions, you know, would come or follow suit. So it makes it a bit slow into integration or becoming integrated into many plans for our nations, right? So coming to funding, which is another big problem, you know, projects are usually a lifespan of 3 to 5 years, maybe up to 8 years, you know. So actually implementing something like this and nature-based solutions actually takes time on the ground. We're talking about land, you know, restoring land, natural processes. It takes a bit of time. So after investment, after project lapses, you find that these projects, you know, lack further sustainability. You know, it does not go further. Even if there are good impacts on the ground, sometimes they lose impact over time when funding is left. So investment into nature-based solution is one of the biggest challenges. And coming to community engagement, these are our community members who actually rely on land and ecosystems for their livelihoods. So, you know, teaching them or capacitating them into the benefits of restoring their land and adopting these approaches is sort of daunting sometimes, because, you know, these are their livelihoods. So it's a work in progress, but it's good progress.
And we're seeing it happen. I mean, there's the Climate Change Act now that is pushing things forward. Okay, thank you for that, Tendani. Oh, I wish we could talk the whole day. Looking ahead, what opportunities do you see for expanding nature-based solutions? And how can individuals such as myself or organizations such as Sephaku Cement or the public sector contribute toward those solutions?
We spoke of expanding of nature-based solutions. The good thing about it is now there's a global recognition of nature-based solutions. And with that, more funding will flow into projects, right? And it being an integrated approach, it brings different sectors. So no isolation, basically. Everyone can form part of nature-based solutions. So just to give an example, for our project that we are implementing, the JEF7 Sustainable Land Management Project, many sectors are involved. You know, we have private sector, we have civil society organizations, we have individuals, because we're working with communities, right? We have tribal authorities and councils, different departments working together, right? So a good opportunity is for sectors actually to find synergies, work together, right? But I think the biggest opportunity would be for nature-based solutions to be integrated into development plans, right? All these sectors, if they integrate nature-based solutions, we can create a bomb. I'm telling you, great results.
Yes.
Great results.
No, thank you for that. And I tend to agree. I mean, working together, we can do more, you know? And I think part of the question also relates to this is for the employees to look at and consume. So to them, somebody's hearing about this nature-based solutions and they are now interested in getting into it and actually collaborating with the IUCN in their individual capacity. How does one get in touch and make sure that in their small ecosystem they are able to make a difference?
A good thing about everything happening at this time is, you know, information is available. Right? It's very accessible. As an individual, you can learn about it, right? And also IUCN, as a good example of an organization, has so many reports, you know, so many knowledge products around it. So you can equip yourself regardless of whatever sector you are you are based in, right? You can learn about it. You can also contact us, you know, reach out to us. You get relevant assistance and you can probably form part of our stakeholder list and partnership. And when we are implementing such projects, you form part.
Thank you very much, Tendani, for sharing your valuable insights and expertise with us today. Your perspectives highlights the importance of working with nature to bring solutions in combating climate change. Thank you very much again for sitting here with me and having an exciting conversations. And it is important for us to understand that this is also for generations to come.
Thank you so much for having me once again, and I feel very honored to form part of this amazing conversation.
To our viewers, thank you for joining us for this important World Environmental Day discussion. Let us continue to work together for a greener, more resilient future. Thank you for participating, and remember, every action towards sustainability contributes to protecting the environment for future generations.